is Caitlin and we're here on Cait Straight Up. And today we're going to make one of my absolute fall favorites, apple pies. However, we're going to do it a little bit different because you know that fall food is super heavy. By the time you're done with all that, you need to go for a run or something. So we're going to try to take these apple pies and make them a little bit more healthier for you. And we're going to use the actual apple as our crust. For this recipe, you'll need 6 large apples, red or green, 3 smaller apples for your filling, a tablespoon of apple butter, 1 tablespoon of regular sugar, 1/4 of a cup brown sugar, lemon juice, nutmeg, cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of melted butter, and a pie crust. To start this recipe, you're going to go ahead and take your large red or green apple and you're going to slice off the top, just like that. And then get that out of your way. And then what we're going to do next is use a regular old tablespoon and dig it into the apple to get out our center. So you have to use your muscles a little bit. Sometimes my voice could get a little strained while I'm doing it, but you're just going to dig in there, put a paper towel down for easy cleanup, and pop out that center. I almost got it. Woo! We're going to keep rocking it, you know? I'll get a paper towel in a second. We're going to take out that core. Sometimes you get messy when you're cooking. It's all right. And there we go. We got a nice crust for our apple pies. Everything that you take out of the center of your apples can be chopped up and used for your future filling. You're going to also need a couple more small apples to go in there. So you're just going to have to peel some up real quickly. Again, over a paper towel just for easy cleanup. We'll peel it all up. After our apples all peeled, we're going to go ahead and cut it into small pieces and add it to a mixing bowl to become our filling. We have our apples dug out and our filling all chopped up, and we're ready to make the rest of our filling that's going to go in our delicious apples. So we're going to start by adding 1 tablespoon of regular sugar and then 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. I need a spoon. Back. Perfect. And you're just going to give that a good mix. All right, after that, we're going to do 1 tablespoon of melted butter right over top and some cinnamon. Sprinkle it to your liking. Everybody likes different amounts of cinnamon. I personally, it's apple pie, it's fall. You know, I'm going to put a good amount in there, but you don't want to overdo any of your spices. Absolutely not. So we're just going to give it a nice coating of cinnamon to make sure that there's a nice flavor coming out of these apples. We're then going to go ahead and do the same thing with nutmeg. Remember, nutmeg is kind of strong, so don't overdo it. And then we're going to squirt a little bit of lemon juice. Secret recipe to an apple pie. Very little bit. You don't want it too lemony, but give it a little squirt there. So we're just mixing up all these ingredients here, and we're going to go ahead and add one last ingredient. If you can't find this in the stores or don't have this at your house, go ahead and continue with this recipe without it. However, I personally really like to add this to my apple pies. It's a homemade apple butter from a farm down the street from my house. I add just about a teaspoon, maybe a little bit more actually because it's kind of a heaping teaspoon, but just about a teaspoon into my recipe. And I think that it gives it a really nice flavor. Again, if you can't find this or you want to make these one night and you don't feel like going to the store, it's not a necessity. I just really like it in my apple pies. Next step, cutting up a little bit of a store-bought pie crust to go right over the top of our apple pie. So all you're going to do is just cut nice thin pieces like this. Now they don't need to be too long, so you're going to have to cut in half if they are too long, but nice thin pieces like this to go over our apples. Now, although we're not doing a traditional crust, we are going to finish these apples off with a nice little crisscross pattern of crust that is so recognizable with an apple pie. We're almost there, guys. So we're going to go ahead and fill our apples with our filling. Just right into the apple themselves. No overflowing, but right to the top. And these are going to be so good. Our apples are filled and it's time for our next step. We chopped all of our pie crust up into these little tiny pieces like this. And we're just going to go ahead and lay them over top of our apples in a crisscross fashion as if it was an actual pie. So just like that, maybe 3 or so. You may have to finagle your way in there. And then just 2 this way right across the top. We're going to give it a nice egg wash so it all sticks, but just like this. You're going to continue as so right over your whole set here. Right over the top. Nice. And then crisscross this way. Perfect, perfect. And that guy's a little small. We'll only give him 2 each way. And you just keep continuing like that. Last and final step before they go in the oven, we're going to brush them with a nice egg wash just so that the crust sticks right like that. Nice. Just right over top, and then we're actually going to sprinkle a little tiny bit of sugar and cinnamon over the top as well. And these are going to be so tasty. I can't wait for you to try. All right, after we get the cinnamon and sugar on top of this, they go into a 375-degree oven until the crust is golden. That way our apples have a nice chance to cook and our crust cooks as well. Final step, little sprinkle of cinnamon. Oh, come on, cinnamon, work with me, work with me. There we go. And last but not least, tiny bit of sugar, not a lot. We don't want these to be candy apples, but just see, very little bit that I'm using here, right over top. And they're going in at 375 degrees until they're golden and look delicious for us to eat. See you then, guys. And can you see these guys? Oh my God, do they look good? And if you could smell them, oh my God, they are going to be delicious. If you have any questions about this recipe, please make sure to comment below or tweet at me at Cait Straight Up. I cannot wait to hear what you think when you dig into these bad boys. Oh my God, you're gonna love it. I'm so excited. And other than that, guys, I hope you're enjoying your fall. There's lots of fun fall, fantastic stuff coming up on the channel, as well as our football game day favorites. And until next time, guys, I can't wait to see you. Bye-bye.